The bravest hunter in the Hadzabe African tribe, a glimpse into untamed courage and survival. In the dry savannas and thorny bushes of northern Tanzania, there exists a tribe that has defied the march of time. They are known as the Hadzabe, a people who have lived for tens of thousands of years as hunter-gatherers, unchanged in their ways, untouched by the rapid wave of modernity sweeping across Africa. But among them, there is one role that stands above the rest: the hunter. And within this ancient tradition, few have ever matched the fearless skill and legendary reputation of one man, Mangola, the bravest hunter the Hadzabe have ever known. In the Hadzabe world, courage is not measured by words but by action. Their survival depends on it. Each dawn, men rise with the sun, gripping their handmade bows, tipped with poison, ready to disappear into the wild in search of game. While others rely on stores and markets, the Hadzabe rely on the earth. But it takes a rare kind of heart to go into lion territory with nothing but a bow and a pouch of arrows. It takes the kind of bravery only men like Mangola possess. Mangola is not a fictional name. Among the Hadzabe, he is remembered as one of the most daring hunters ever to walk the Yaita Valley. With eyes that could spot the twitch of a duiker's tail from 100 meters and ears trained to detect the softest crack of a twig, Mangola earned his place in Hadzabe history not just through skill, but through raw nerve. He was said to befriend the wind, stalk with the silence of a leopard, and strike with the speed of a cobra. But what made Mangola truly unique wasn't just his hunting prowess. It was his willingness to go where others would not. There are tales of him going deep into territories marked by elephant herds, where no hunter dared tread. His arrows brought down kudu, warthog, and even baboons, considered the cleverest and most elusive prey. He didn't hunt for glory. He hunted for survival, for family, for the tribe. And that is why he is still revered today. In Hadzabe society, hunting is not a sport, it is life. Boys grow up watching the men, mimicking the drawing of the bow, practicing aim by targeting fruits or lizards. But not everyone grows into a true hunter. Only a few possess the instincts, patience, and physical conditioning needed. The bush is unforgiving. A missed step can mean a venomous snakebite, a confrontation with a charging buffalo, or days of hunger. That is why those like Mangola are rare. Men who not only mastered the hunt, but turned it into an art of survival. Hadzabe hunters don't use guns or traps. Their weapons are made from local wood like kamafora for the bow and giraffe tendons for the string. Arrows are tipped with a deadly poison derived from the desert rose plant. One scratch can kill a gazelle in minutes. These hunters carry everything they need in a leather pouch and move light, relying on their knowledge of animal behavior, wind direction, and the rhythm of the land. For someone like Mangola, these weren't just tools, they were extensions of his spirit. But the role of the hunter is deeper than meat and survival. In Hadzabe culture, a skilled hunter earns respect, influence, and trust. He becomes a teacher, a leader during times of scarcity, and a storyteller who passes down wisdom. Mangola's exploits are still recounted around evening fires. How he once stalked a wounded zebra for 3 days and returned with enough meat to feed multiple families. How he guided younger hunters and never lost one in the wilderness. Despite his bravery, Mangola remained humble. He never claimed greatness. In fact, among the Hadzabe, boasting is frowned upon. Those who truly achieve are quiet. They let their actions speak. And that's why his legend has lived on, not through loud claims, but through quiet reverence. The tribe still points to the paths he walked and the rocks where he sat in ambush. Elders mention him when teaching new hunters, reminding them that bravery is not in confrontation, but in patience, discipline, and harmony with nature. Yet this ancient way of life is under threat. Encroaching farming, land pressure, and tourism are squeezing the Hadzabe out of their traditional lands. With each passing year, the forest shrinks, the game disappears, and the brave hunters face an uncertain future. Men like Mangola are growing fewer as young people are tempted by the cities, schools, and modern jobs. Some Hadzabe youth now carry mobile phones more often than bows. The world is changing, and fast. That is why remembering the legacy of hunters like Mangola is vital. He is not just a symbol of courage, He represents a whole system of knowledge and balance with the environment that modern society has nearly forgotten. His life reminds us that there are still places where man survives not by what he owns, but by what he understands. Where nature is not an enemy, but a partner. And where bravery is not loud, but deeply quiet and wild. In truth, there are no medals, no statues, and no media recognition for the Hadzabe's bravest. But among their people, that means nothing. The greatest honor is being remembered when the fires burn low and the stories are told. Mangola is remembered, and in the heart of the African wilderness, his spirit still walks. So next time you hear of the Hadzabe, know that their greatness is not just in their survival, but in the spirit of men like Mangola. The bravest hunter, not because he fought nature, but because he became one with it. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more.